Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, back to the EGF channel, back to the official EGF channel. My name is Upman, joined here by Dora, and we have a very special group of days for you guys. Today and tomorrow, we're going to be taking you guys through the EGFH Season 6 Championships for both Rocket League and Super Smash Bros. And we're going to be starting off action right today with Rocket League. We got Centerville High School and Mark T. Sheehan High School. Dora, we're going to have a real good day here, buddy.
Dude, I am ready to watch some Rocket League. Grand Finals, best of 7, a nice long series. And we're going to get to see these teams duke it out. Obviously, two of the best that we have to offer here at EGFH. And there's plenty of skill between either of these teams. I can't wait to see how they adapt to one another. I can't wait to see how the play warms up over the course of the day. There's so much to unpack here, but I just want to get into some Rocket League.
Right, of course. And for those that couldn't hear us, by the way, because I didn't have music on, that's a rookie mistake on my part. But yes, welcome to the broadcast. My name is Abun, joined here by Dor. It's the EGFH Season 6 Championships. We're going to have esports action both today and tomorrow with Rocket League kicking off the action with Centerville High School and Mark T. Sheehan High School. Again, we're going to be seeing you guys both today and tomorrow at 5 p.m. EST. It's going to be a real good time. So let's start off the action right. Door, both teams should be ready and raring to go.
That they are. And coming into this game, I mean, I think the most important thing, obviously, when you start out with any series, is going to be this early ball possession. There's going to be a lot to be said about the first couple minutes of this game. Seeing a team come away with a solid amount of possession, a solid lead with this ball, and an ability to control where it's going on the field is a great indicator for the rest of the series.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I mean, these two teams, we've kind of seen, come alive in the past few months. It's actually been a real while since we've actually seen, actual, EGFH action on our screens. And the last time we did, these two teams, they were already raring to go for a deep playoff run. So I'm actually very excited to see these two squads face off against each other in a grand finals format. And Liachu coming in with a double bounce off the wall, back towards himself, rebounds it towards the goal. That's a good solo goal to open things up for your squad.
Good start here for Centerville, but Sheehan have been putting on a fair amount of pressure themselves here. Coming out swinging, they had a lot of initial ball pressure. They've been playing it well so far. Their rotations, though, got caught out a little bit by that shot. Now Think Hydra, though, has the ball up, goes for the shot. Going to be easily saved here by Cypher.
So you still have control from Wall Python, trying to get it on in. Alien's pretty much ready for it. But a good, at least, bump there from Cypher. That's going to delay some time, but also allow some Mark T. Sheehan players to actually collect themselves some boosts. Good block there from Think Hydra. That's still going to allow more time for his teammates to recollect themselves on the rotation back. Alien, same thing, going to knock it on forward. That's a good start.
Definitely here, Centerville working their way forward yet again. Liachu so critical in that last goal, looking for a pinch off the wall for a cross, but no. Mr. Suck has to come and try and catch the rebound. They're on their way back. Good rebound by Sheehan, but they're unable to follow up on it in the shot from, how do you even say that?
Cypher.
Cypher? Okay, we'll go with it.
Yeah, sure. You would assume that it would be a name like Cypher. It's just spelled differently. It's one of the cool ways that kids these days are spelling words. So it is what it is.
With it. I'm limited to just household objects, Gus. You have to understand.
See, you're hip with it when it comes to yeah, no, exactly. When it comes to furniture. I mean, yeah, you are a door in a sense. But here we go.
In a sense, in spirit.
In spirit, right.
Oh, they've got a shot on. Sheehan's looking for it. Upper corner, but Mr. Suck stands in the way. Alien now looking for a rebound, looking to continue to apply this pressure, but the ball just refusing to find the back of the net. Finally, though, Think Hydra comes up big from high above and knocks one down into the net.
So that's huge already for boys at Mark T. Sheehan, purely because, I mean, they were giving up some super fundamental goals in a sense. I mean, we were seeing, first of all, that individual play coming in from Cypher at the very beginning. Easy work for himself. Or I'm sorry, it wasn't Cypher, it was Liachu. And then Cypher coming in, literally that ball was given to him on a silver platter. So to see Mark T. Sheehan at least take a little bit more control over to the midfield, actually bounce on a little bit of a counterattack, just keep things fundamental. That's what you like to see. Just trying to close down on some of their biggest mistakes, but that wasn't even a mistake by any means. That was just Centerville going huge. Liachu, what a great double pass once again.
Well, I want to harken back to what you said there about playing in the midfield for Sheehan. They're not playing aggressively enough there. Centerville gets a rebound, plays it off the back wall, and it's going to create another shot for them. They have to start taking control of the ball before these plays happen.
Uh-oh, Mr. Suck sending it for... Man, again, these names, man, they're capturing me off guard. And look at that. Look at that. Mr. Suck sends it towards the wall. Liachu helps him out a little bit. Oh, you like to see it. It's our man, Mr. SUCC Suck, getting himself a goal. Halfway through the game, it's 4-1 going towards Centerville.
And this is a strong lead from them. Again, that midfield control is just too much. Sheehan are sitting back in their goal. They're all playing very passively, not trying to make any aggressive plays on the ball, but if they want to take this game, if they want any chance of scoring, they're going to need to. Finally, the ball rebounds into their half off of a kickoff, and they apply pressure then. But I'm a little bit worried still about what happens when Centerville push the ball into their half.
Yeah, we haven't seen too many opportunities for MTS, period. And the two opportunities, essentially, that this team has had, it has gone in the net clearly. So it just seems like, you know, their defense at the moment, they're not ready for it. They're too comfortable on the attacking side at the moment, too comfortable over to the midfield. And again, this is game one. This is a best of 7, folks. I don't think we mentioned that this far, but this is a full best of 7. So we can expect both teams to pretty much, you know, come on their own on really game 2, game 3, something of the sort. So we're not going to expect, you know, full throttle right off the bat. But speaking of full throttle, I'm pretty much ready with our boy Liachu here. Liachu has contributed to, I think, every goal thus far. That's crazy.
Yeah, is having an insane game right now. With 2 minutes left, there's still plenty of time for these Titans to make their way back into the game. Starting off with the counterattack here from Think Hydra. Whiffs on the shot, but it bounces over Liachu. There to finish off the save. Ball up in the midfield now, though. Very dangerous position for Centerville. Cypher goes up for the shot again. Just barely unable to reach. It's such a good thought, such a good play, but finally the Titans are going to get to go for a counterattack. It allows Think Hydra to play the ball into the corner. But the defense from Centerville is just too much to handle.
At the moment, let's see what they can do with a little bit of opposition. You still have Wall Python looking for it. Think Hydra, good bump towards the center. Oh, okay. Little bit of a mistake, but good control from Mr. Suck to at least get him back on his feet. Liachu, yet another pivotal clear. Alien, though. Good bump back. He controls it towards the front side, goes towards the wing, tries to send it forward. Double save there from Cypher, at least over to the side. It's not a huge save. When we talk about double saves, we usually see, you know, some flying plays. But man, what good work from him, at least fundamentally. But a big mistake in the back lines there. Door, what just happened?
I mean, it's clearly going to be this attempted pass back, ill-communicated by Centerville there. Leaves the goal wide open for Wall Python to come in and clean it up. 1 minute left on the clock, a 2-goal lead. The only difference standing between Titans and a potential overtime. We've seen it done before, Gus, but it's going to take a massive effort from this team.
Absolutely, my friend. So I'm here for it. 50 seconds left. There's still some work to be done. I mean, we could pull out the old, tired saying in Rocket League. This is Rocket League, my friend. Anything can happen within a matter of 40 seconds. And 2 goals is one of the things more within reality. But of course,
how about 3 though,
there you go. Yeah, 3 is gonna be almost impossible. I mean, of course, when you have an opportunity to score for one side, of course, the dominating side, they're gonna be looking to put that nail in the coffin, as we like to say here, Dora. That's gonna be game 1 thus far, going towards Centerville, and Mark T. Sheehan High School gonna have a tough time getting their way back in this one. 33 seconds left. It's almost done for.
We've seen the legendary 3 goals in 30 seconds before, but it's definitely a tall ask for any team, even more so in a grand final setting right now. Centerville are lined up and poised to take game 1. Now, there's a few things that we commented on, though, during this game that we wanted to see fixed, and most notably, is Sheehan Titans. Their defense is so passive. They can't afford to be doing that. They need to be challenging these balls earlier. They need to put pressure in towards the midfield, and as we've seen very often here at EGF, a lot of the reason that some of these big leads can come away is just to a singular error, and an error like that is extremely critical. Fixing that, honestly, I think puts this game dead even between these two teams.
Absolutely. I'm looking for, you know, at least a little bit more of I guess you could say a little bit more of a showcase of skill from both of these sides. I mean, we saw Liachu absolutely pop off. That's pretty much, you know, the type of Rocket League that we tend to see in sort of the upper echelon of EGF action, of just Rocket League action. So we talk about development. Yeah, we talk about development. You know what I mean? It's gonna be leagues like this that can give some of these players pretty much the exposure that they need going forward. And players like Liachu, who just had an insane game, and also, I mean, really the entire set period, if he keeps on going, that's gonna be good momentum going towards the future. Who knows? Maybe a team like Cloud9 could be watching here, bro. If Cloud9 is watching, please, for the love of God, sponsor me. That's all I want. My name, you can hit me up on Twitter at @up_. You can hit Door up on Twitter at Door_cast. We're both looking for sponsors. Please, if anyone's watching, we're out there. But here we go, folks. No more shameless plugs. It's gonna be a game number 2 between Centerville and Mark T. Sheehan High School. Let's get into it, Door.
Here we go. Centerville starting it off right yet again. Cypher coming away with the ball, but goes up the back end of things. And I've got to say, a big problem here for Titans has been building out of their own half, especially after it gets past that midfield portion. So Liachu challenging it early here creates big problems. While Python barely able to make that save through, and it should be a cross here for Centerville.
Should be a cross. Frank the Tank. Love that name too. I don't know how I haven't seen it yet, but Frank the Tank. Love it. Wait, oh, okay. The reason why we're seeing a new name is because Mark T. Sheehan High School, they're actually stepping up with a sub. With a sub in game 2. And again, with subs, you're going to have to just get kind of familiar with teammates again. You're going to have to set up a new dynamic. That is always super tough to do in Rocket League, to just do completely on a dime. And, well, there you go. First goal already going towards the side of Centerville within 40 seconds. They haven't developed an attack just yet. It's just been consistent control from Centerville on the attacking and midfielding side. This one's tough here, Door.
Yeah, it's really difficult for them to actually build their way back into this game. They trade goals back and forth with the Centerville team, and that's what they were doing at the end of last game. But when you make a substitution like that, you throw off a lot of that momentum that was already headed in a relatively positive direction. So to see that Sheehan Titans fire back in this game, I expect big things from the substitute.
Yeah, might be a vote of confidence in a sense. Also, I mean, just the thing with collegiate and high school teams, period. I mean, having subs aren't bad whatsoever. You're here for the experience. Everyone wants to, you know, get a taste of what pro play is like, and to have under your belt saying that you played in the grand finals is that's pretty good. That's a pretty good story to tell in the future. But here we go. Can they win it out though? Can they talk about the trophy that they're inevitably gonna get for their school? 2 minutes in, you have Think Hydra with his first opportunity in an aerial, but that's gonna be Cypher quickly up for the ball first.
Well, by the way, an intercept here in midfield. It leaves an open goal for Centerville. Luckily, though, it'll get played out to Mr. Stuck here. And we see Titans actually applying a lot more pressure in the midfield. There you go. Think Hydra comes in for 50-50. It's going to be winning it. Wall Python as well, winning in the midfield. And this is what we need to see. If they can do this, they can rely on that attacking dominance that we've seen out of them prior to start to put some balls in the back of the net.
Yes, sir, absolutely. But who can they confide in? We haven't seen too much striking prowess from really anyone in MTS, so I'm looking for kind of that established striker. We already know who's going to be on Centerville's front line. It was Liachu. Great deflection, but it hits off the post. Liachu also going for that 50-50, but that's going to be lost. Goes over towards the backfield. Backboard. Think Hydra going up for it. Frank the Take with a shot. Going up backboard also. It's up in the air. Mr. Suck can't get to it. It's going to be Liachu clearing it out.
And now we see the Titans back with the ball in their possession. No, Liachu connects to it midfield, gets a flip reset on the ball, but it knocks the ball down as well. Now this ball floating in no man's land. And this really isn't great for the Titans. They're going to be continually losing boost here unless they can get some decent control and decent usage out of their own, or just find a clear here earlier. Wall Python has an attack, but just boots it straight into the welcoming arms of Mr. Suck, who crosses the ball down center. A shot from Cypher. No, Liachu to put it in. Absolutely not. The Titans get to live to see another day.
So now you have Frank the Tank and Wall Python trying to take it up forward. It simply does not work. You still have a counterattack again for Centerville. We've gone through 3 minutes now of of non-contention from both sides. I mean, that's good progress. That's incredible progress from MTS. And, oh, a big shot opportunity for Frank the Tank, but he just couldn't get up in the air in time.
MTS unable to capitalize there, but could be a capitalization from Centerville's counterattack. Cypher loses the 50-50 out. Now the ball is stuck in midfield yet again. And I'll hit on this later, but I think that's a large reason why this game's going so much more even, so much closer scoring, and so much lower scoring as well. Has just been that midfield pressure. That ball's bouncing around so much in a place where nobody really has control of it. We see shots taken every once in a while, but none of them are really solid opportunities because each of these teams has stepped up their defense massively.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, I'm digging this this 1-1-1 format that we have going on for MTS. They're not approaching as a team, which, I mean, you would see that more in the upper level. So to at least keep one in the back lines, one over to midfield to try to collect a pass, that's good. Fundamental Rocket League, that's going to restrict some goals, and it seems like MTS, they've seen that is more or less the way that you can actually, stop some of these goals. Defense wins you championships, my friend, and there's no other time to do that other than the championship. Ooh. But Liachu, I mean, he's going to shut me up real quick. 13 seconds left. That's going to be a huge goal for his squad. And in this BO7, it looks like Centerville are poised to take a 2-0 lead.
Set themselves up nicely. 13 seconds is not impossible within the realms of Rocket League, but it's definitely not likely in the realms of Rocket League. A couple of seconds ticking down. The Titans, they fixed their #1 issue here. It's clearly paid off. The game got significantly closer, but still not in their favor. Gus, what more do you think it takes from this orange side to really turn this one around and take a game off of Centerville?
I mean, great question. Honestly, it's going to be, I mentioned before, the 1-1-1 format. Maintain that, of course. We're going to want to see a little less, I guess you could say, hesitation on the ball, because we saw plays from like Frank the Tank heading towards the front side. He had a lot of great opportunities towards the front lines, but simply him, Think Hydra, Wall Python weren't able to get up to the ball in time. They really didn't want to get up to the ball on time. They were more anticipating a little bit of a clear from Centerville, and they kind of want to, stuff that out. But simply, we're going to want to see a little bit more aggressiveness from MTS at this point. Centerville, they're playing just fine. They're playing the wings perfectly. That's exactly where they want to go in terms of counterattacking. And I really don't know at this point. I'm trying to think a little bit more on how MTS can actually adjust themselves to actually catch up with the pace of Centerville. It's really just going to come down to goals here. It's really going to come down to opportunities and how this team can just play out with each other in terms of dynamic. Let's see if they have an in-game leader ready and raring to go, if they have someone to rally the troops. As here we go, ladies and gentlemen, game number 3, the all-important game number 3. The set isn't going to end here, even if it ends at even if we go to a 3-0. This is a best of 7. 4-0 would be pretty much the minimum for a scoreline. So MTS, they still do have a little bit of time to think of a new play style.
Yeah, and I don't think it needs to be a playstyle change. I think you kind of hit the nail on the head there when you talked about opportunities, right? Each of these teams are making mistakes. Everybody's going to be making mistakes.
Of course.
But how you punish those is extremely different, right? Centerville, almost every single time the Titans mess up, it has created a dangerous shot on goal. However, the Titans, like whenever Centerville messes up, their punish game is just not as deadly.
Right. It's not exactly there, but, I mean, it's not only that, but at least Centerville is making it tough. So we talk about that play specifically. That was an extremely awkward angle. Mr. Suck, I mean, he nailed it. He nailed it there. I mean, that angle for his teammates, perfect, because that's going in such a weird angle. But man, I mean, you talk about weird. What is this from Liachu? He totally was ready for that, even though the ball was going at such an awkward angle. Turns around, gets himself on the wall, gets a beautiful deflection off of Cypher. Talk about threading the needle there, Door.
I mean, the biggest thing to note there was the fact that Cypher actually went for a demolition in goal, forced the goalkeeper to jump, and that's why he was able to get that shot off. Now, though, Shan Titans are looking for a counterattack. Suck, though, again in the way, ever present in this game currently. Getting a counterattack for Centerville, looking for across the center. Not quite had. Ball played back into their territory, but there's no pressure from the Titans to capitalize on it.
No, not just yet, and that's where the 1-1-1 format can catch you off guard. I mean, like I mentioned, it's great for teams like these who don't exactly have an established dynamic duo, or they don't exactly have a good flow chart for the attacking side. So that's honestly fine. But what like we mentioned before, it's more just capitalization, and we're simply not seeing it just yet. There's still a lot of time. Let's see what actually happens here. Frank the Tank sending it forward. Liachu has to follow up with it. Frank the Tank still going up for this 50-50. It's awkward for Liachu. It's up forward. Mr. Suck barely gets a tap on it. It's going to hit the post. And yet another opportunity from MTS cleared away by Centerville beautifully.
Falls up the back wall here for Centerville. They've almost created an opportunity out of that counterattack for themselves, but now they've got to step back a little bit of defense because Wall Python has a shot. Can't quite catch up to the ball, though. Runs out of boost just before here. He's got to recollect. The Cypher is looking deadly with the ball in his hands. Nice clear. And again, just this ping pong gameplay, back and forth the ball goes, but the first team to really take control of it and slow it down seems to be having a massive advantage. What a shot from Liachu, though! Oh, flips the card, gives it a little layup, just a little extra sauce on the end of it, and it's going to net them their second goal of the game.
Love it. Yet another solo goal from Liachu. Knocks it straight up on the wall. That's as fundamental as you can get, but when you talk about top level, top MMR Rocket League, that's simply how you're just gonna have to score goals against a team like this. They pull all the bodies towards the net. You want to make it as awkward as possible. He sends it at a weird angle. Great deflection from Liachu towards goal. Period. It's more of a Kobe type moment. You want it to go towards goal, but you're just trying to catch the defense off guard, and it just worked out in his favor. It's a 2-0 for Centerville. Make that a 3-0. My God, Liachu, such a force in that midfield. I mean, you see Wall Python at least just trying to sauce it up for his teammates, but that one was already going in. Cypher stole the goal there from Liachu, but hey, it is what it is. You're just trying to score goals. If you want to confirm it in the net, if you just want to get that last little deflection to give it that 100% probability, sure, go for it. 1:45 left in the game. It's 3-0 for Centerville.
Yeah, a massive lead here, and honestly, coming off of a game that looks so close, we haven't seen any counterattacks from Titans that have looked threatening at all. And a lot of it comes down to how much pressure they're applying. I want to see them just step on that gas pedal, even if it gives the other team goals. I want to see them put on pressure, because if you don't start scoring at some point, if you don't start doing what the other team is to you, we will see them roll over. We've seen it time and time again. If you don't adapt in Rocket League, you will die.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And especially, I mean, you're going to be looking for that, that adaptation purely just off of game one. So that's wow. Okay, I was going to go with a point there about MTS, but what an opportunity there from Centerville, and a rare miss there from Liachu. Tries to knock it in towards the net, but it's a little bit high. Hits right off the post, and that's cleared out. So that's a little bit of an opportunity now for MTS. But with 45 seconds left, chances are looking bleak for MTS to actually make their way back in this game alone.
MTS, though, they're on their way in. 40 seconds on the clock. Not outside the realm of possibilities, but definitely not super large within them. Ball sets up in the middle. Frank the Tank has an opportunity, but he doesn't challenge it, and this is what I'm talking about. This passive play, they need to be going for these 50-50s. You can't only take the balls that are certain, or else against a good team like Centerville, you're never going to see them. Oh, Mr. Suck.
Oh,
he's looking for style point.
Surely, looking for that Twitch clip. Looking for something to add to the championship montage in the future if they do end up winning it. I mean, that would be huge, but 1 second. Cypher gonna knock it on down. Centerville, 3-0. Up on the Titans Omega side from Mark T. Sheehan High School. Dor, you asked me earlier, any adjustments that need to be made? Has that opinion changed? Do they really just need to focus on aggressiveness and actually capitalizing off of attack? Or is it going to be a formation change?
I think all of the things that they fixed in Game 2, all of that midfield pressure, all of the attacking pressure that they were applying, have completely stopped there in Game 3. Pardon me? All right. Oh. And we are going to have to go to a quick break real quick. Apologies, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be back as soon as we can, though, with what might just be the final game of this series.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome on back. Some technical difficulties, but it's all been fixed. It's game number 4, the all-important game number 4, as Centerville is looking for the EGFH championship.
That they are. Set at game point right now, but Titans coming back, they need to come out swinging as well. They had a couple seconds to reset their mental game and get back into it, and honestly, confidence is going to take them so far, but a nice pass from Liachu might shut that down immediately. No. Shut down by Think Hydra. A shot from Frank the Tank could make an opening goal, but strong defense from Centerville and solid rotations are going to make sure that doesn't happen.
Oh, okay. Cypher going for some Tokyo Drift in there, my friend. Trying to go for some style points like we mentioned before, but simply not going to get it. You want to see that more at the end of the game because 40 seconds in, it's still 0-0. It's still anyone's game. Cypher towards the front lines. You have Mr. Suck trying to send it forward. Good deflection coming in from Wall Python. Think Hydra with a double tap. That's actually going to leave that over to Cypher, but Think Hydra is still following it. Still has the boost to work with, trying to get a pass over to his teammates. He actually runs out of boost. Mr. Suck with a good save. That's going to lay it on in for Cypher. Frank the Tank has to go huge, clearing it out, allowing his teammates to get some boost. And now, okay, MTS, they do have a little bit of momentum on their side.
That they do. Frank
no way!
He can't! Gets bumped by Cypher! And the goal goes the way of Centerville for what feels like what might be the last time.
Oh, it was Frank the Tank. He was going to go for a little bit more of a high deflection there to at least allow his teammates time, or maybe even allow himself time to turn around and get on that ball. But wow, that is just unfortunate. Great work from Cypher. Just staying aggressive on the attacking lines, just being that anchor for this squad. And this is where more advanced Rocket League teams are going to develop their formation. We're going to see a 2-1 format, 2 in the midfield, 1 in the attacking side, and that 1 on the attacking side, he's going to be committed to it the entire game. Cypher, you just saw right there and a little bit on the camera, he's going for boost stealing, he's going for bumps. That's what you like to see from a team that's trying to win a championship.
Absolutely pulling out all the stops here. Stuck with another shot. The doink doesn't quite hit, but Liachu might. No, just barely laid in high. Gian Titans coming out swinging, though, from their own defense. But look at how quick these rotations are. Centerville already has 3 members back. This goal is almost certainly going to just be on lockdown right now. This blue half the field looking more like a fortress at this point. Mr. Suck trying to get this ball out. Will be able to do so. Great pass to Liachu, but no! Frank the Tank intercepts. The aggression comes through just in time for Gian Titans. Oh! And they're going to be rewarded for it with the goal!
Yes, sir. The Titans Omega actually getting themselves a goal here. I mean, first time that we've seen a pretty much a poor clear actually be capitalized on by MTS, because I mean, honestly, Centerville, they've been more or less clearing it out willy-nilly, not actually, you know, intending to pass it towards a teammate. I do like the follow-ups from Centerville, though. They go for those 50-50s always, but sometimes they get a little bit lackluster and they let it happen. So finally, a punishment from MTS, but can we see some more? Now it's an attack being developed by MTS. It's going to be a clear over to the side from Liachu! Think Hydra! You talk about punishment. You talk about capitalizing on opportunities. That's a huge one. Hydra ready for it over to the wing as Liachu takes the clear slow. 2-1 for MTS. Their first lead in this entire series.
An absolute rocket there played from midfield, but I've got to continue to see that. It's definitely great that they're applying that kind of pressure, but they need to be able to do it on the defense as well. Times like this, where they are right now, they need to learn to break out
my God.
quicker. And it's allowed Wall Python a shot, just barely going to be played wide, though.
Super close opportunity, but, I mean, you're going to get that a lot of Rocket League period. Just couldn't get the angle off the middle towards goal, but this is where Centerville starts to get hot. I mean, they're feeling just a little bit of pressure. Let's see how they act, because this is completely uncharted territory for themselves. They've been in the lead literally this entire series. Let's see how they act. Oh my God! Are you joking me? Mr. Suck sends it on down, and look at this weird angle. Look at this off angle from Liachu. Barely scraping the ball. Uses all the momentum from his car and just points it in the corner. And wow, top right bins, and Centerville is right back in it, 2-2.
By far the closest game we've had so far here as the Titans are swinging, but a great save is going to stop that from turning around. Centerville still on the prowl, though, still looking to pounce. on any given opportunity. Titans need to be so careful about their next move, about how they play this, because if they misrotate one player, you know Liachu's gonna be there to punish. Hell, maybe even if you don't, the shot is gonna come through.
So now an opportunity for a counterattack, as most of the players are without boost. But wait, I mean, Frank the Tank, when you talk about no boost, I mean, he's just been getting boost starved over there in the back lines. He can't make a counterattack, and now in comes Mr. Suck, who has full. Liachu was ready for it. I love the tempo on that play. They were ready for it.
Yeah, they're keeping up so well right now. Shihen coming in, wants to push this one, maybe even into overtime here, making sure no goals are scored. You see them playing very passive again, and while it will allow them to at least last, it's definitely not going to get them any goals anytime soon here. And you can see just how bad Centreville want to end this, and end it now. A shot into the lower corner. Does it? Mr. Suck with what might be what gives them the win.
I mean, I was just seeing that play developed. It was slow, it was methodical, and man, I can't believe that Mr. Suck actually had time to get to that. And not only time, but the angle that the goalie was going for. There was literally only a singular spot on goal where that ball could go, and that was beautifully placed. Bottom left corner, and that's going to be a goal for Centerville. Could be the championship winning goal, but there's still 30 seconds left. MTS is trying to make their way back in it. They do have an opportunity for a clear, but Mr. Suck still in the midfield. Keep the ball forward.
Mr. Suck and Liachu have been doing a fantastic job on the attacking end of the field so far, but they may have just messed up. Oh, Liachu, though, gets smart with the play, finds the demo, allows Mr. Suck to come through, ball laid in. At this point, it's just taking 10 seconds off the clock. It is now or never for this Titans team. They're at game point, match point, and that's gonna be the nail in the coffin. Cypher puts one more in to end it.
Door, you're taking my bit, but it's all good, my friend. The nail in the coffin, it's in there. It's over. Centerville High School, they're gonna be your EGFH. Oh, they're your EGFH Season 6 champions. I can't believe it. I mean, it just so dominant. I mean, we saw Mark T. Sheehan High School at least show glimpses of hope throughout the season. They were a force to be reckoned with, and not only that, but MTS, they have two teams, so they actually combined the forces of both of their squads to actually make their way into this game. But it's unreal. Centerville High School, take a bow, my friend. You guys are this season's champions.
I mean, what a massive season from them. What an amazing showing from them in this game. I mean, such solid play. The rotations were there the entire time. The pressure was almost never able to be punished because they rotated back so quickly. Some amazing team play, and something that we don't get to see often out of these high schoolers, man. Amazing Rocket League fundamentals shown here.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. A bright future for some of these players. And I mean, we got to point out an MVP, especially in these championship scenarios. And I think we can both come to a consensus that it's Liachu. I mean, Liachu, he has contributed to almost every goal this series. I mean, when you talk about game one, they had 5 goals. 4 of them were contributed by Liachu. Most of the goals were scored by Liachu. I mean, great work from Mr. Suck and Cypher too. Great support staff towards the midfield. Mr. Suck was incredibly annoying over to the midfield. Same thing with Cypher, as he was taking on more of an anchor role near the end. And Liachu, however, you saw the mechanics were just... He was just in a level above everyone else on the server, and you got to give it to him. Congratulations, Centerville. I mean, some of these players, an extremely bright future ahead of them, and potentially we'll see them once again in the next season of EGFH. So, Dor, I mean, where can we find you, my friend? Because we're still going to be together tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken. We have Super Smash Brothers action for the finals of EGFH.
We've got some more EGFH action, yes, coming tomorrow. Same channel, different time. We'll get that to you guys in just a moment. But if you want to follow any of the socials for EGF, at official EGF, I mean, it's on Twitch, it's Twitter. I'm pretty sure there's a Facebook page lying around somewhere. If you want to follow Gus, at upmind_ on Twitter. If you want to follow me, at door_cast on Twitter. But thank you guys so much for watching, and congratulations again to Centerville for taking it on the day.
Welcome back, ladies and folks. I am going to pause the music a little bit. For those still on the channel, I did mention Super Smash Bros. Tomorrow, but I forgot one very crucial thing. EGFH action is not done for the day either. If you guys stay tuned here on the official EGF channel, you guys will be able to watch the EGFH Overwatch Championships. So please stay tuned in just a couple of minutes as we are going to switch over to the Overwatch broadcast. My name is Upman, joined here by Door, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.